Hi ladies and gents, if you're out there, welcome back to my channel, Just Shawnee. So you should just subscribe right now. If you're new, hi, welcome, just subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Remember I said I got a Reddit account now. Well, I made a lot of friends on Reddit, and someone commented on my first time sex video, and it was like, what happened to that relationship? So today is my tell all video about that relationship. Now, to start off, we're just gonna put it out there. If you remember from my last video, first red flag is the fact that she's a Libra. Now, there's a lot of signs that I just do not date. I just don't. It's either because of the experience I've had with that person or the experience I've had with the whole sign. Now, the whole group of that sign. Now, for Libra, it's the whole entire, like, any Libra I meet, I'm not going to date them. Like, had too many bad experience with them, not gonna do it. So my first Libra experience that I remember, I dated a guy, he was a Libra, and oh my goodness, like, it's crazy because, like, during the summer when I was younger in my childhood, I used to go up to my grandparents' house. That summer, I went up there, and like summers before, we were close. Like, we were friends. We were friends before we dated. So we were friends, and we were both the outcasts of the world. Like, we went to church together. Excuse me. And where I live in the country, it's not many black people, but so there's not a lot of black people, so everybody knows everybody. So a lot of black people went to my church. Like, it was a black church anyway. So growing up, I know it's hard to believe, I was outcast. I didn't have any friends really. I used to always get made fun of. I got made fun of at church for being a PGK. I got made fun of for dressing like a tomboy. I got made fun of for being dark skinned, for the way my teeth looked, the way my hair looked. Like, literally, I was always being picked on all the time, 24/7. It was crazy. I got picked on for being a good kid. Like, I would go to Sunday school and actually cooperate. Like, I would read and answer questions and all this stuff because I actually like learning and I love God. So definitely about to participate. And if I didn't, the church I went to, it was a black church. So I don't know if you ever went to a black church ever in your life, but if you grew up in that black church, or if you're a member of that black church and you're a child, that gives every woman in that church the right to hit you. So and the fact that, like, my grandma is a pastor, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to do anything crazy, because first of all, if I act up in church, I'm gonna get hit by somebody in the church, and they're going to go back and tell my grandmother because she's in the pulpit. So they're going to tell her, and I'm gonna get another beating on top of that. So yeah, no. And if my mom's there, oh, I'm gonna get another. Like, no. I had no choice but to be a good kid. I would go up there over the summers, and over the summers we gained a good friendship. Like, we were just friends and everything. We were both outcasts. That summer, he was just like, well, I want to be your boyfriend. I was just like, okay, bet, whatever. During that time, I was really trying to cover up the fact that I was gay. I didn't want anybody to know that because I knew my family would freak out. I might do a coming out story video. I might, because that was just a lot. And I love my family, so that was a lot for too much. Anyway, so that summer we became boyfriend girlfriend, and we just hung out or whatever and just talked. And so I go back home for the school year, and we're still hitting up each other, and we just talk every day or whatever, and we're just hanging out, whatever, long distance relationship. Well, the next summer I come, it was this girl that I still don't like to this day. She was just so snooty, stuck up. Like, it was just so much about her that I just did not like, and it takes a lot for me not to like somebody, because that's ungodly. Like, I try to find anything to like you, but I didn't like that bitch. She was something else. So the next summer comes, and I don't remember. I think we might have been at Sunday school. No, we're at Vacation Bible School, because I absolutely love Vacation Bible School. I was like, Grandma, even if I don't come up till later on this summer, I'm coming for Vacation Bible School, because I used to love Vacation Bible School, because the last night of Vacation Bible School, we're about to watch some good movies, and we're going to eat pizza, and all throughout Vacation Bible School, we're gonna have a snack or something good. Anything involving food, I'm there. Like, I'm a fat kid by heart, by nature. Mom's like, you're making up a fat woman. I'm like, oh, I'm a fat kid. So in a few days I won't be a kid anymore. Oh my god, my birthday so soon. Anyway, so she comes up to me during we were outside for some. Oh yeah, that's another reason why I like vacation Bible school, because we would go outside and play or whatever. So they're already outside. She's, I guess they're hanging out with the girls or whatever, and then he's over there, and then I come outside and I'm about to go over there to talk to him or whatever, and next thing I know, she just walks over there and all up on him and like touching him, and I'm like literally like it was like one of those TV shows where you just like when the girl just stops and just watch everything goes around, literally how I was. Like I'm literally like they're right here, I'm literally right here just watching like what is going on. So they're like this and she's just like, oh, this my boyfriend now. And I'm just like looking at him like, oh really? Okay. Bet. So I didn't even mess with that anymore. I was just like, yeah, we were talking every day. We've been talking about getting here over the summer, all this other stuff. So I had a best friend at church. I only had one. Well, I had a few best friends that periodically came over the years. Remind you, this is my childhood church. I've been going to this church since birth. Like I got baptized at this church. So the fact that I only had one friend, like one best friend, I had like a couple friends that, you know, next year I come back for summer, they're not friends anymore, and then a year later it'd be like, oh, I did something great, so they want to be my friend again. Well, no, this is my ride or die girl. So she's my ride or die friend. Love her to death. She's absolutely beautiful. She's beautiful on the outside and the inside. That's why I loved her so much, because she looked like a model. Now she's a model now that we're older. And absolutely loved her. She was just like, she gave me the tea. She gave me the 411 on that whole thing, because she's there. She actually lived there, so she went to that church every Sunday. So she was like, girl, let me tell you, this hoe. I was just like, yeah, she is a hoe, but tell me why she a hoe to me. She was just like, the only reason why they're together, because the other day, which to me, when I say the other day, it could be like 3 years ago. Like, but anyway, she was like, the other day, she gave him head in the back of the church. I was just like, now it's crazy because we used to talk about sex all the time, but I was a virgin. Like, that was not going to happen. Like, no way, no how. Like, I didn't lose my virginity until like freshman year of college. Like I was keeping this locked up. So when he was saying that, I was just like, I'm not going to do that, especially not in the church. Like what are we doing here? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. So when she said that, I was just like, oh, okay, so let her have him, because I wasn't going to do that anyway. I'm not having sex with anyone right now, so cool Chris. So that's the reason why that's the first Libra that did me wrong, and I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. So the Libra that I had first time lesbian sex with, like I said, from that point forward we were girlfriends and girlfriends. So the next weekend I go to her side of town where her college is, and I hung out with her, and of course, you know, it was a great time. And my thing about why I am now, I'm all about beautiful black women. I believe they're queens, so I treat my females like they're queens, like A1 treatment. So I went to see her. I did not go empty-handed. I bought her some shoes, had some flowers, like did stuff to make her feel special. Like, yo, I'm glad we're together now. So all that happened. We are together for like 3 years. Okay, through that 3 years, if you went to my school, just if you went to my school, not if you lived in my dorm or knew who I was or anything, you would know who I was, because I was the gay Zeta. I was the only gay one on the line. Only gay one on the line. So that's what you knew. If someone said, oh, I'm looking for the gay Zeta, or oh, the gay Zeta, it was me. That was me. Hi, that's me. So everyone knew me as that. All the way up to like sophomore year. Then everyone knew me as the gay Zeta that has girlfriend problems, because everyone knew about our relationship. Everyone knew about us. That's how toxic our relationship was. Like the way we argued, it was just crazy. It was just, we were screaming. Yeah, we had cops being called on us so many times. Like our arguments were so bad that I almost got kicked out of my dorm. Like that's how bad it was. We would get loud, we would throw stuff, she would punch walls and stuff. Like she was very aggressive. So if my sisters told you about this girl, they would be like, yeah, she was very toxic, like we didn't like her. Like I literally lost some sisters. Like I stopped being friends with my sisters. I have a sister to this day that I still don't talk to because of all that stuff that happened. It was just a lot. Like, so it was crazy because my sisters would be like, oh yeah, she didn't let you have friends. Like I couldn't have friends. She was the jealous type. If you know a Libra, you know Libras there. They have to be the finest, the sexiest one in the room. So I couldn't have friends. I only have pretty friends. Like, especially in college, like I only had pretty friends. Like, what is that? What is the ugly bitch? I don't know. She's not over here. Not here. Not over here what we're doing. So all of my friends were pretty. There was this white girl. Oh, actually, it was this mixed girl. She was straight, but if you remember from my first time video, my dorm room was the hangout spot. Like, there was always people there. I had a lot of friends freshman year and a lot of pretty girlfriends freshman year. So it was this mixed girl who, you know, just come to my room or whatever. One time, me and the Libra was having sex, and we had just got done, and she my mixed friend knocked on my door, and I was just like, yo, what's up? I let her in, and she just sat and talked to me while we're both in the bed naked. And of course, the Libra did not like that. She was just like, why is this pretty bitch here and this and that? And she used to borrow my clothes all the time. Like, people borrow my clothes all the time freshman year because I had a great style. Like, what? I went shopping every other weekend because, you know, I'm spoiled like that. So my mom would send me money and stuff. And of course, I had my own money because I work hard. So I would go shopping every other weekend and people like my stuff and everything. I lost a lot of clothes freshman year. A lot of clothes. There was also this white girl. Oh, you know, I have a thing for white girls with blonde hair. I also have a really crazy thing about redheads. Love redheads. And I feel like she used to be red, but she was blonde because she was really pale. You know how redheads are, that pale with freckles. That's how she was. But she had blonde hair. Like, it was like bleach blonde hair. And oh my goodness, her boobs were so big. So big. Freshman year, everyone just was free, so yes, I got to see her titties. Well, anyway, my Libra just thought I was cheating on her with her. What happened was, Blondie came to my room once. No, we all went out and everybody got messed up and she got too messed up, so she came back to my room. Like, I helped her get to where she wanted to go. Now Lord knows if I was going to cheat, I would definitely cheated with her because it was nice. Everything was just nice. She was just beautiful, nice titties. But I did not cheat. That's why I was mad when she would accuse me of cheating with her. I'd be like, girl, if I wanted to, I could have, because she did make an advance to me, and I would just like, you drunk? I don't think you really mean this. Like, she was bisexual too, and I was just like, I don't want to mess up your life. I don't want to mess up my life because I know she'll take me out. Also, my Libra thought I was cheating on her or attracted to my Puerto Rican best friend, which was my Puerto Rican best friend. We were literally the same exact person. Like, we hung out all the time because we were the same exact person, but she was straight. She had a boyfriend who she actually is married to today. Like, what? I was just so confused. She thought one of my sisters liked me, and I was just like, what is going on? My sister? Even though it's a sorority sister, it's still my sister. I was so confused. So basically, we would always get in arguments about silly stuff. She would always think somebody is hitting on me or whatever the case may be. So we get in an argument. And I'm a Virgo, so at that time, an immature Virgo. So you're not going to win this argument. Like, boo boo, no, 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 no. I am winning this argument. But anyway, trying to tell her that I'm not cheating on her with anybody was an argument in itself. Like, if somebody looked at me wrong, like all this other stuff. If I had to go, because I was in a sorority, if I had to go to do some sorority stuff, she would get upset. If she's down at my school with me, she would be upset, and I would just like, this is ridiculous. You know, I spent all my time with you. I literally had no friends. How I start with a lot of friends freshman year to junior year, I have no friends. Like, all I have is like my sorority sisters, like, when they barely like me. So it was just like, yo, bruh, okay, mind blown. She graduated, so she moved to where I was so she can be with me pretty much 24/7. So we moved in together. I find an apartment, and this is before she moved down there, because she graduated, but she was still living where she was. Like, she was living back home. So I got an apartment for us, so when she's ready to move, we already have a place. So I stayed in our apartment for maybe like 2 or 3 months by myself. and I made a few friends or whatever. Like, I'm a social butterfly, whatever. So we moved in together, and that was crazy. That's when so much happened. Like, oh my goodness. So she was out of work. I think she was out of work for a little bit, but then she got a job. And then I went through depression because I was overweight, which I've always had weight problems, and I just couldn't figure out how to get it off and whatever. So I went through a little depression. I think I was depressed for a lot of things. So I've always been depressed by my weight, but freshman year I was really skinny because senior year of high school I dropped a lot of weight, like completely dropped a lot of weight because I stopped eating. And then I started doing more activities. I had dance class, I had basketball practice, then I had gym before all of that. So it was just like I was constantly moving but not eating. I wasn't eating anything. So we move in together, and I have depression because I gained weight or whatever, because she's a cook, she's a chef, so she was cooking more, so she was cooking all my meals because we lived together. And I was also depressed because I didn't have a lot of my friends that I had before. A lot of my sisters were mad at me, so I was like, darn. Then I also worked on top of that. And so I'm in school and I'm working in a full-time relationship. So I worked at this place where I was working from, I think, from like sophomore year, maybe at the end of freshman year. I was just like, no, I gotta keep money. Like, I've always been that type of person. Being that she just moved there, she needed a job. So I messed up. This is where I messed up. I was like, hey, you should come work with me. I worked at this buffet place. I was a waitress, and I was really good at my job. Anyone who knows me, I'm a hard worker. I take money seriously. Money is my love language, besides, you know, sex. It's my love language. So I was always about my money. So I got her a job, and she was working there too. And oh my goodness, why did I do that? Remind you, I'm a waitress. My attitude, my personality, my face, my speed is my job. That's my money. If you're a waitress, your tips are your money. Knowing this, I did everything I could to make sure I was left nice tips. So one time, why she say I'm ready to eat? She know I'm not ready to eat. I gotta work out. My mom wilding out. She wilding. She over here made some cabbage with carrots in it. So one time, I work, and I was so good at my job. I only had to work nights, like Tuesday and Thursday and the weekends, because I wanted to. That's how good I was at my job. I made enough money to pay for rent and everything else I needed, my car or whatever. Had enough money. One night, it was a group of guys. It was just a group of guys. They were just hanging out or whatever. Or two guys. I can't remember. Anyway, however it went, I'm doing what I do best. Being a great server. And they leave, and I guess I'm cleaning up my table, or she walks by my table, or wherever it goes, however it goes, and she sees, actually, one of my friends, white girl, blonde hair. Not that color matters, but if you know what school I went to and what I went through going to that school, you understand. Like, getting this job, the supervisor literally said, I wasn't gonna hire you because you were a black girl. I already knew you wasn't gonna have a work ethic. And I was just like, that's racist as heck. Like, you give me a stereotype, which is not a black woman stereotype at all. I don't know any black woman who is lazy. I don't personally know any black woman that's lazy. Black men, I know a few, but black women. But the fact that he just associated that stereotype with me before even giving me a chance, before even looking at my resume, before even talking to my references, made me upset. But it's crazy because he told me that after we became friends. Like, we became friends. And it was just like, you know, when you deal with racist people and you give them to me, they're not racist anymore. I just have that personality, and I'm so different from the stereotype that I guess they have in their head. I don't know. I don't care. I don't understand racism because I'm not racist. I don't see color until I'm made to see color. Anyway, so she goes by and she busts my table for me because I have other people. Like, we're the only two because we worked at night and we're the best servers. Like, she actually trained me, so that's why I'm good too. So it was just like, so we're the only servers there at night. She hits one whole side of the restaurant, I get the other whole side of the restaurant. So she was just helping me out a little bit, and she was just like, hey girl, I got this, somebody left this for you. And I was just like, what is it? She handed me a napkin. I'm just like, and it was just like,